Welcome back to the second half of the Silver Eagle doubleheader versus the McFarland Spartans. If you tuned in to watch the girls earlier, you saw McKenna Warnock score her 2,000th point as a high school basketball player, joining a very elite group here in the state of Wisconsin, the all-time school record holder for most points, most rebounds, most everything, most exciting moments on the basketball floor. We're efforting right now to get her to come up for an interview. If so, we'll step away from the boys' game and talk for a minute with the greatest basketball player in school history. But until she shows up, we've got boys basketball, a really good game tonight. Silver Eagle boys 6-2 on the season. 6-2, am I right? 6-2 overall, 3-2 in conference. McFarland 6-2. Both teams not that deep in terms of height. The Silver Eagles relying mostly on Sam Hepp inside, 12.5 points a game. Caden Nelson averaging 23 a game for the Silver Eagles. Henry Houston's turned it up a lot, averaging just about 13 a game. On the McFarland side of things, they're led in scoring by Trayvon Chisholm, 21.6 points a game. Daniel Taney's 18 points a game. Those are a couple players to watch. Chisholm, 6'6" post player. Taney's a 6'2" swingman. It's going to be an interesting matchup. The Silver Eagles match up well size-wise against these Spartans. It'll be curious to see how they do under the boards. I don't know. It's hard to catch my breath after an exciting game, exciting girls game early on. I'm sorry, I'm getting a text here from Max. Is the man. Max Etheridge, ladies and gentlemen, helping me get score an interview. We're going to need a second headset set up. Yes, McKenna's coming up. We will step away from the boys' game when she gets up here because this is her day. The all-time leading scorer in school history and one of the best in the state of Wisconsin. Getting close to cracking the top 10 in scoring. We'll see if we can get her up here in a minute. Silver Eagle boys coming off a victory in their last game. No, I'm sorry, a loss to the Oregon Panthers. That was kind of a tough one. Oregon with a 57-54 last-minute victory. The Spartans, on the other hand, have won 2 in a row versus Bigfoot and Broadhead. They don't play the same level of competition. Last year when these two teams matched up in the doubleheader, Silver Eagles thumped them good, 86-43. Caden led the way with 16 points. Max Nelson had 15. 13 for Jimmy Tomei, 12 for Big Jake. Tenney's and Chisholm with 10 and 11 apiece led the way for McFarland, but it was all MG last year. This could be a different game tonight. All right, we're just about ready for the national anthem, and then we're player introductions, and we'll drop the puck on this one. I can hear that. We're getting the headset set up for McKenna. This will be exciting, at least for her, right? She's never been interviewed by me before. There she is. Hi. Just a second, we'll get a headset on you here. And then we'll probably make you hush up for the national anthem. All right.
Tonight is a non-conference matchup between from the Rock Valley Conference, the McFarland Spartans, and their Silver Eagle.
Boy, she'd never make it in the AV club. Good thing you can play basketball. Hi, McKenna. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Steve Martinelli. I've had the pleasure of watching you for the last 3.5 years. I'm an MG alumni, and let me tell you, you're the finest player to ever wear this uniform. And it's been a real treat to watch you the last few years. Pretty exciting night for you tonight, getting your 2,000th career point. Obviously a school record. You're close to cracking the top 10 all-time in Wisconsin girls scoring. I mean, what's the emotion? What are you feeling?
I'm just extremely excited, but I'm also just extremely thankful for my coaches and for my teammates as well, because it wouldn't have been possible without them. So.
You played with some pretty good girls, some Autumn Ogden,
Yes.
Kelsey Stinson. The current bunch has got some talent out there. It's easy to see that you've got some talent around you, but you're the one that makes the team go. Were you pressing a little bit as you were getting close to 2,000? It looked like there was some pressure on you there.
I actually didn't even know, to be honest.
Really?
No, I had no idea, but someone said it when I was shooting my free throws, so I was like, gotta make these. So, yeah.
Max and I were waving back and forth at each other.
Oh, gotcha.
We've been talking a few days about this. I forgot what I was going to ask you now. The question everybody wants to know, why Iowa?
It was a really tough decision, actually. I had a bunch of amazing schools that I was looking at, but Iowa, when I visited, it just felt like a family, and I knew that they were an amazing program as well. I love the coaches. I love the fan base as well. I think Iowa fans are just one of the craziest, but definitely a really good atmosphere to play in.
Sure,
so.
sure. I mean, a lot of us here are disappointed. Would have loved to see you in town here playing, but I can't blame you. I mean, we got another Monona guy down there doing pretty well playing for Iowa.
Yes. Yep.
So what's next? You think the team's got a good shot into the playoffs this year?
That's our dream. We really hope so. So I think our team has a lot of talent this year, and we're playing really well together. So
what are the areas you think you need to improve in?
Well, I've really been working on strength, because definitely at the next level, they're all just bigger, stronger. So just weightlifting really hard and agility, foot speed, stuff like that.
Oh, that's great. That's good. Well, I just wanted to get you up here for a second to congratulate you mostly. I don't have any great probing questions prepared or anything. I just want to thank you for all you've done for the school. It's been really a pleasure to watch you over the last couple of years, and I hope you all the best luck and wish you all the best luck in Iowa.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Thanks for coming up. All right, thanks to McKenna Warnock, the school's all-time leading scorer, for taking a few seconds to talk with us. We're just about ready to start the boys' game. Chisholm jumping center against Kyle Nett, and the Spartans will control the ball. This is Carson Werwinski with the ball, swinging around inside to Chisholm. Chisholm lost the handle on it, trying to jump up. Picked up by Silver Eagles quickly down the floor. Caden trying to hit Henry Houston, couldn't get it to him. Kyle Nett playing some good defense there, getting that loose ball. Now the Spartans will inbound against the MG press. We're just underway here, 0-0. Luke Witter bringing it up for the Spartans. Guarded by Houston, he hands off to Carson Werwinski. A couple Werwinskis on this roster. Houston tips it away, but recovered by number 20, Daniel Tennies. Tennies loses the ball. Picked up underneath by who is that? 24, Kyle Nett again. Houston top of the key. Caden Nelson. Caden will drive in from the right side, lays it up and misses off the backboard. Rebound Chisholm. Yes, the world's clumsiest interview right before this one, as I was totally unprepared, but had a good idea and went ahead with it anyways. All right, out of bounds. They're going to say it's McFarland ball. Yes, it was no probing interview like I had with Dave Schlack. Now that's an interview. Witter has the left side of the lane all to himself, lays it up. Chisholm with the putback, and the first 2 points of the game go to the Spartans. Caden drops it back to Houston. Houston thought about the three, give it back to Caden, into the lane. To Bishop. Bishop will give it to Hepp. Hepp up top to Nelson. Caden, they give him the path. Now Hepp will take it in, looking for the dunk, and lost the ball on the way up. Draws a foul and will get two. Tennies called for his first foul. Will send Sam Hepp to the line with a chance to tie the score up. Hepp's first one, no good. Hepp comes into the game averaging just about 12.5 a game. Second free throw. Oh, a raucous McFarland crowd. Hepp misses them both. Rebound by Chisholm. Witter with the ball up top to Chisholm. Chisholm guarded by Nett. 3-point shot attempted by Tennies, off the mark. Caden Nelson will bring it up for the Silver Eagles. Caden trying left side, give it off to Hepp. Hepp will take the three. Boom, baby. Missed the free throws, but hits the long one. It's a 3-2 MG lead. 15-40 in the first quarter. Whitwer to the lane. Tip in by Chisholm. 4-3, McFarland. Three ball hoisted up by Caden, miss. By Hep, miss. Rebound by Caden. Caden gets a loose ball and lays it up and in for two. 5-4, Silver Eagles on top again. It's been back and forth for the first couple minutes here. Kenny's brings it up, hands off to Witter. Witter into the lane, floats up the right-hander, no, off the front of the rim. Picked up by Bishop. He'll give it to Caden Nelson, who'll bring it across the timeline. On the run, stop at the free throw line, dribble back, step back for three, knocks it down. Caden Nelson with 5 quick points here. It's an 8-4 MG lead. Ooh, the McFarland coach looks angry. Whereas Coach Zwiefel is leaning back in his chair, enjoying the view. Witter, oh, Bishop almost came up with the steal there. Tenney's inside to Chisholm. Chisholm trying to back in. Trying to muscle against net, and does so. Chisholm with all 6 of their points. They haven't made a shot outside of a 5-footer yet. Nelson fouled as he's trying to cross the line. They're going to call this on number 10, Carson Werwinski. All right, Hep inbounding for the Silver Eagles. Werwinski will take a seat. Austin Miller and Jackson Werwinski come in for Witter and, I don't know, some other guy. Some McFarland guy, who knows. All right, Caden with the ball to the free throw line. Right side Bishop. Back to Bishop. Right corner dribble in. Up top to Hep. 3 ball, no. Rebound Chisholm. Passes off to 20 that is, Tenney's. Back to Chisholm. Driving in, lays it up and in. Chisholm, 8 points. All 8 of their points, all off bunnies. I mean, he's making them all. I'll give him that credit, but it's 8-8. This game is tied. The Silver Eagles with the ball. 13:40 to play in the first half. Caden Nelson. Houston, high right side or left side, 3 ball. Oh my goodness. Way outside, and Henry hit that one. Third 3 of the game for the Silver Eagles already, as the big 3 have all hit 3 of their own. Winnies to Werwinski to Chisholm. Chisholm, the defense collapses on him and fouls him immediately. Bishop called for the foul. Team first. Stinson will come in and Net will sit down. Chisholm goes up high to Jackson Werwinski. Tenney's inside to Chisholm. Trying to back in from the left side. Up top to Tenney's. No, that was Jackson with the rebound, and he runs into Caden after Caden picked up the loose ball. Jackson Werwinski called for his first foul. Third team already. Third team foul against the Spartans. Hep inbounding to Caden. Now they'll drop the pressure off. 13 minutes left in the first half. 11-8, MG boys on top. Houston, another long 3 from that same spot as before. Can't get it to drop. Tenney's with the rebound. He's on the run. To Chisholm, trying to come in from the left side. Floats up the one-hander. No. Rebound. Caden Nelson. Caden down the floor. Now he'll pull back just outside the right side arc. Into the lane, some fancy dribbling. Puts it up. No, nothing doing there. Gets his own rebound, though. Gives it to Hep. Sam lays it up and in. Hep with 5 points. 13-8, MG up by 5. It's Austin Miller, top of the key to Jackson Werwinski. To Chisholm, trying to back in from right side. Turn around, no. Rebound. Rebound Jackson Werwinski, or excuse me, Austin Miller, and he gets fouled and will go to the line shooting 2. Henry Houston called for his first foul, second one on the Silver Eagles. And Miller to the line shooting 2. Chance for somebody other than Chisholm to get a point. How about that? Seriously, they haven't hit anything outside of a 5-footer. And they still haven't. Carson Werwinski and who? Number 2, Jeremiah Price Johnson. Miller's second free throw. Still outside of their range as he misses them both. Rebound Houston. He'll bring it up for MG. 12-10 to play in the first half. Stinson right side. Up top to Caden Nelson. Caden guarded by Miller. Give it to Hepp on high left side. He'll drive in against Chisholm. Off into the corner. They swing it around to Caden from the left elbow. Boom! Caden Nelson hitting another 3. He's got 8 points already, and it's 16-8, and a timeout called by the McFarland coach. McFarland coach in his first year, I believe. Let's see if I've got that written down here. No. Last year, these Spartans were 16-7 overall, 14-2 as they won the Rock Valley Conference. Off a little bit here. There was talk earlier of Caden Nelson perhaps getting to 1,000 points in his career. He's at 720 coming into tonight's game. He's off to a hot start with 8 already tonight. He's going to have to score a lot of points in the rest of the season. Certainly not going to set the school record, as the owner of that, is sitting beneath us here in the stands, having won tonight's game earlier, 78-62 over the Spartan girls. All right, the Spartans inbounding. This is Jackson Werwinski bringing it up. Runs into a double team. Price Johnson into the lane, dump it down low to Chisholm. He's underneath the basket, forces it up though. Nice move by Chisholm. He's got 10 points already. And it's 16-12, 16-10, all 10 of theirs. And 2 more for Hepp on the fast break. So, quick answer by the Silver Eagles. Werwinski, Price Johnson. To Miller, stolen by the Silver Eagles. Caden on the run, quickly ahead. Sam for 2 more. Hepp can score points in a hurry. He's up to 9 already. They go into the lane to Chisholm. Chisholm muscles up against Sam, misses, gets his own rebound, goes right back up with it. No, rebound by Bishop to Hepp to Nelson. Caden, little up and down there. Yeah. Oh, they're going to call a jump ball, and it'll go to the Silver Eagles. Thought Caden might be called for travel there, but Stinson will come out, and who is this coming in? Trey Locken. And they'll let Houston inbound. 10:54 to play, a 20-10 lead already, and Hepp for 2 more on the inbound play. You know, Chisholm's got 10 points, but Hepp's got 11. Including that 3, so I'll take our boy. Carson Werwinski dribbling to Price Johnson. Back to Werwinski. Luke Witter trying to come in from the left side. Back to Chisholm in the lane. Spin move and lost the ball out of bounds, but they're going to call a foul on Caden, I believe. No. Bishop called for his second foul, not Caden. Price Johnson inbounding. Witter for 3. Nope. Rebound, Caden Nelson. Caden's all over the floor. Lays that up on a finger roll and draws the foul. And ooh, the McFarland coach is not pleased with that call. Price Johnson called for his first foul, and that'll send Caden Nelson the line for a couple. Caden misses the first. Caden generally a pretty good free throw shooter, so 75% on the season. Carson Anderson in for Monona Grove. Bishop will take a seat. Second one for Caden Nelson, he hits that one. 9 points for Caden. 23-10, MG up with 10:20 to play in the first half. Tennies. Cross court. This is Luke Witter trying to work in from the left side. He's got to give it back to Tennies. He'll come in from the left, do the left-hand shot. No. Rebound Antonsen. And Carson, wow, how is that a jump ball? I thought he was fouled. This one will go to the Spartans. Tennies will inbound underneath his own basket. Just over 10 minutes to play here in the first half. They inbound Rowinski, and Tennies gets tied up by Houston. Houston called for the foul. We have a problem. Second foul on Henry. And that'll get Kyle Nett off the bench and into the game. And Houston will take a seat. So a good sized lineup in there now with Hep, Nett, Antonsen, and then the guards are Nelson and Loken. Witter trying to get it inside to get into Tennies. Got Chisholm way out high on the left elbow. Witter into the lane, can't get that to drop. Rebound Caden Nelson, quickly ahead to Sam. Oh, got it to Antonsen, or to Kyle Nett, who couldn't convert, and he stepped out of bounds, and it's Spartan ball. Silver Eagles missing on a couple great opportunities. Still enjoying the 13-point lead now with 9:40 to play in the first half. Austin Miller with the ball. He drives the lane. No, it was Carson Rowinski, I'm sorry. Drove the lane and drew the foul. Antonsen called for his first. Lance Nelson will step into the game, and Loken will take a seat. Lance's first appearance tonight. He's in this doubleheader. Hope this becomes a tradition between McFarland and MG. Tennies spin move. Hey, a basket from somebody other than Chisholm. 23-12. Caden Nelson walking it across the timeline. High left side is Hep. Into the corner. Up top to Caden. Back to Sam. Tries to dump it in. Chisholm reaching over Antonsen's back, but no foul. Back to Hep. There we go into Carson. No foul called there. Jeez. Refs are missing a good game here. There they call a foul on Pavlik. Stinson and Houston in for MG. Houston inbounding. Give it to Caden in the left corner. He'll dribble up top between the circles. This is Lance Nelson up top. He'll give it to Houston. Houston throws it towards Caden Nelson, but tipped into the McFarland bench where Houston will inbound it. Caden back to Houston. Nelson getting it back from Houston. Cross court to Lance Nelson. Up top, Houston. Caden on the left side. Up top to Henry. He'll drive the lane, float up the 10-footer. No, rebound Chisholm. Quickly on the run, they overthrow Carson Rowinski out of bounds. Last touch by the Spartans, and several of the players seem rather surprised by that call. (23-12). Silver Eagles leading. 8:21 to play in the first half. Subs coming in. We've got Hep, Houston, Bishop, Nelson, and Nelson on the floor. This is Houston. High left side up top to Caden Nelson. Swinging around to Lance on the right. Lance needing some help. Dribble out of trouble. Gives it off to Henry between the circles. Back to Lance, right side. High into the corner. Caden. Miss. Rebound Spartans. This is 10. Rowinski. Carson Rowinski with the ball. He'll give it off to Pavlik. Pavlik runs into one of the Spartans, and it's going to be a foul against said Spartan. No, they're going to say he knocked it out of bounds is all. Okay. So Caden will bring it up. Give it to Henry Houston, high left side. Between the circles, Lance Nelson. They loop inside for Antonson. Stolen. Bishop comes in with a big block to knock it out of bounds. And there'll probably be a foul on top of that as Carson Werwinski had the easy layup. Got hammered. Third foul on Jordan Bishop. And that'll send Carson Antonson to the line. No, Carson Werwinski. Carson Antonson. Too many Carsons. And he misses the first. They're 0 for 3 from the free throw line so far. And seriously, haven't hit anything from outside of 5 foot. Bishop will sit down. And then Carson Antonson, our Carson, will come in. Carson Werwinski's second free throw coming up. Hey, they made one. 1 out of 4 from the line. And it's 23-13. Lance Nelson up to Caden Nelson. Back Houston to Nelson. Houston back to Nelson between the circles. Houston high left side. In the corner is Hepp up to Houston. Back to Nelson. They're just playing keep away with those three mostly. This is Hepp on the left corner. Up top to Caden. Boy, they're just eating some clock here. Now they go to Houston in the right corner, who misses the shot. Rebound Spartans. Tenney's brings it down court into the corner to Carson to Werwinski. 3 ball by Whitworth by Tenney's. Chisholm gets the rebound, puts it back up. No. Rebound Hepp. Oh, Carson Antonson quickly down the floor to Hepp. Oh, from underneath the basket, he lays it up and in. How did he even find the hoop on that one? 13 points for Hepp. Chisholm into the lane and gets fouled by Antonson. Chisholm looking a little frustrated. They got these big bodies leaning on him. He's not having his way around the basket like he did originally. Second on Carson. They'll send Chisholm to the line. Chisholm with 10 points, all close field goals. 2 shots here coming up. Makes first one. Loken in for MG. Bryce Johnson for, and Miller in for the Spartans. Chisholm's second one coming up. Miss, rebound Hepp. Silver Eagles with an 11-point lead. Lance Nelson for 3. No, high rebound. Antonson with the rebound. Trey Loken pissing up the 3. Lance Nelson with another 3, and Lance hits that one. No, I'm sorry, that was Houston who hit that one. Caden with the ball for the Silver Eagles after they get it back after the turnover. They almost threw it over Trey Locken's head. Caden for 3, he nails it. Caden with 3 threes tonight as the Silver Eagles are lighting it up. 31-14 with 5:35 to play in the first half. Caden with 12 points already. Chisholm up high. Guarded by Antonson, hands it off to Tenney's, top of the circle. Tenney's not getting any help here from anybody but Chisholm. He tries to take it himself, floats up the 10-footer. Hey, high off the backboard. Tenney's drops one in. He only has 4 points. Tenney's comes in averaging 18. Now a steal by Price Jordan. Down to Werwinski. Jackson Werwinski for 2. 31-18. Of course, they keep trading baskets here. The Silver Eagles hitting 3s to the Spartans 2s. Caden for 3. In and out. Rebound Chisholm. That Chisholm's a big guy. Good jumper. He's obviously a strong player too. Caden Nelson skies to get that rebound. Yeah, Silver Eagles have had somebody leaning on him the whole game. Now there's Trey Locken high right left side. He'll give it to Caden on the right. Back to the left to Houston. Into the corner, they swing it to Hepp. Trey from the corner. Just missing on the three. Rebound Price Johnson. He'll bring it up for the Spartans. 4:10 to play. Price Johnson, no. A three ball for Tennies. Now Caden will walk it up. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half. He's got it top of the key. Henry. Sam back to Henry. Back to Caden, high on the right side. 3:40. Back to Henry, high left side. They're going to take a little time off the clock here. Just play a little keep away for a while. 3.5 minutes to play in the half. And the Silver Eagles with a 10-point lead. Locken to Caden. Caden will take it into the lane. Kick it back to Sam. Houston from the right corner, no. Rebound. Antonsen on the putback for three. Nice play by Carson. Not a huge score for the Silver Eagles, but averaging 2.2 a game. Tennies hitting his three there. 33-24, under 3 minutes to play. Houston high right side. Chisholm almost up with the steal. No, now Antonsen does. Werwinski. Chisholm with the dunk. Chisholm with 12 points, 13 points. Caden Nelson, right corner, no, high. Sam tried to time that rebound and jumped a little too soon for it. Tennies now. He'll hand it off to Jackson Werwinski, back to Tennies. Johnson Price to Werwinski, back to Johnson Price. Tennies, he'll take that three and nail it. Tennies has hit 3 threes now, and we've got a timeout called by the Silver Eagles as that lead, once more than 10 points, has been cut to 4, 33-29 with 2:18 to play in the first half. This is Monona Grove Creative Video. After tonight, McFarland will travel to Clinton on January 3rd to take on the Clinton Hilleries. Clinton's the high school where my father-in-law graduated from. And then they have Jefferson at home, Beloit Turner. If you're wondering who's in that conference with them, currently East Troy is in first place, followed by Beloit Turner, Evansville, McFarland, Jefferson, Edgerton, Bigfoot, Broadhead, Clinton, and Whitewater. Silver Eagles after tonight. We'll be back here Thursday night, January 3rd, to take on Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. Fort Atkinson, not one of the better teams, so that could be a lot of fun. That one will also be on TV, on YouTube. January 5th, they travel to Western Dubuque in Iowa. That'll be interesting. We're not covering that one for TV. And then Tuesday, January 8th, they're traveling to Columbus to take on the Columbus Cardinals. Columbus is more known for their girls programs than their boys. It'll be fun. All right, 2:18 to play and counting in the first half. Silver Eagles up by 4. They have the ball. This is Sam Hipp on the left side to Trey Locken. Trey looking for trouble and gets fouled. Luke Witter called for his first foul for the Spartans. Both teams in the bonus now for the next 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Caden will come in and Trey will take a seat. So we've got, let's see, Net, Antonsen, Houston, Isaac Stinson in the game, and Caden. This is Houston up top to Caden Nelson. Under 2 minutes to play. Stinson on the left side, back up top to Caden. We're going to take some more time off the clock, play and keep away with Stinson, Houston. There's Caden looking inside for Antonsen. From the free throw line, Sam Hipp can't get it to drop. Out of bounds, Spartan ball. Don't know if that's exactly what the coach wanted to have happen. All right, here's this Lance Nelson coming in for MG. And Carson Antonsen in. Hipp and Houston will take a break. Houston looking like he might have tweaked a knee or something. He's being looked at by the trainer right now behind the bench. Chisholm outside the three-point line. He won't take that one. Tennies cross-court pass to. Now they look inside for Chisholm. Antonsen quickly ahead. Stolen by Price Johnson into Chisholm. Chisholm backed in, but no foul. Tenney's, nope. Chisholm with the rebound. Trying to back in again against. Oh, and blocked by Antonson. Silver Eagles with the ball. 1:05 to play in the half. Caden Nelson cross to Sam Hepp on top. Lance to Caden. Carson, excuse me, not to Carson, to Kyle Nett. He came in and moved. Chisholm just took a tumble, got tangled up. Tenney's set the offense again. 40 seconds to play in the half. 33-29 MG lead. 30 seconds. Tenney's gets in the lane, blocked by Antonson, but they're going to call a foul on the big man. Oh, no, they're going to call it on Nett. Kyle Nett's first foul. That'll send Tenney's to the line. Tenney's first trip to the line. 28 seconds remaining. Tenney's hits the first one. 14 points for Tenney's in the first half. Now Nett will come out and Henry Houston will come in. So we got Houston, Hepp, Antonson, Nelson, and Nelson. Tenney's second shot makes it a 2-point game, 33-31. With 25 seconds to play, Caden Nelson will walk it up for MG. Over to Lance on the high right side, back up top to Caden, swinging around to Houston on the left. Cross court to Caden. He'll take the three off the front of the rim. Rebound MG. Caden was right there to grab that one. No, that was Lance who came in and got that one. Hepp now. Looking inside. Out top to Lance. To Houston. Henry. Take the three off balance. Oh, and just miss it. And they'll go to the locker room with the Silver Eagles leading 33-31. This is Silver Eagle basketball on Monona Community Media YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Stick around for this exciting second half. I'm Steve Martinelli. Be back in about 5. Welcome back to Silver Eagle basketball. The MG boys at halftime versus the McFarland Spartans. 33-31 MG leads. They led by as much as 10 points in the first half, but some great outside shooting by what's his name? Daniel Tenney's has gotten the Spartans back into this game. Tenney's with 15 points to lead McFarland in the first half. Trevor Chisholm had 13. A couple other guys had some points. Insignificant, really. Nobody's shooting free throws well. The Spartans 4 out of 8. Monona Grove 1 out of 4 from the line. Silver Eagles scorers led by Sam Hepp. Sam with 10 field goals and a 3. Caden Nelson has hit 3 threes on his way to 12 points in the first half. Henry Houston's got a couple of threes. He's got 6 points. And Carson Antonson with 2. Not a lot of scoring for the Silver Eagles, but enough to lead this one by 2 games. By 2 points, excuse me. Last year when these two teams met, let me find this. Where am I here? Lost myself in my notes. Last year when these two teams met, I mentioned earlier the Silver Eagles doubling them up, 86-43. Tenney's had 10 points, 15 for him tonight, so a little different. McFarland had a disappointing football season this past fall. They went 9-0 during the regular conference. Then in the first game, as a higher seed, they lost to Pewaukee 22-21 on a 2-point conversion with 19 seconds remaining. Had to be kind of hard. They had a pretty good team. Graduated 3 guys who got postseason honors. Of course, Trevor Chisholm was all conference last year for him, was averaging 4.5 points a game, 7.6 rebounds. He's not too far off from that this year. He hasn't hit anything from the outside, though, and I think that's one thing they're going to have to do is force him to go outside. Tenney's can't stay hot like that forever, but who knows? Maybe he can. Of course, the Silver Eagles have been pretty hot, too. What have we got? 3, 4, 6 threes already. Be nice to keep that up. All right, what else can we talk about? Boy, I hope you were watching earlier when we saw McKenna Warnock for the girls team score her 2,000th career point. I had her unofficially at 44 points on the night. I say unofficially because I might have messed that up, but they stopped the game and gave her an award, and the coach said nice things about her, and she even came up and interviewed. A really horrible interview on my part, but she tolerated it. Not the first one she's had, not the last one she's had, and probably not the worst one she'll have. Well, Caden Nelson, easily the most improved player, and he was all conference last year. He averaged 16 points a game. He's bumped that up. He's closer to 23, 25 a game this year, and on his way for that type of night tonight with 12 in the first half. The only Silver Eagle in foul trouble is Jordan Bishop with 3 fouls. A couple other guys with 2 apiece. Nobody on the McFarland side of things, at least according to my notes, has more than 1 foul. So lots to give yet. Silver Eagles will inbound to start the second half. This is Carson Werwinski with the ball, staring at Luke Witter. Witter gets it in against Houston. Henry with some good pressure. Witter gets it across, gives it to Werwinski. Werwinski looking for help. There's Tenney's top of the key. Swings it around to the left side to Max Hansen. Hansen to Werwinski, or to Witter, to Tenney's. Cross court to Werwinski inside to Chisholm. Chisholm almost lost it. Goes up for the dunk and dunks it through a couple Silver Eagles. I believe that's his 3rd dunk of the night. He's a big, strong player, and they just don't have anything to stop him when he gets inside on the paint. And that's a tie game at 33, folks. Silver Eagles have not had this pressure on them for most of the first half. Caden Nelson up top to Houston. Into the corner. Up top to Houston. Left side, Hepp. Cross court to Caden Nelson. Casey in the lane. Throws it away. I believe he was looking for Kyle Nett and lost the ball. And instead of converting, they turn it over to the Spartans. Now Hepp and Houston will come up and put some pressure on. They got Bishop leaning on Chisholm now. Bishop gives up about 4 inches, but he's a solidly built player. Chisholm very quick to the net there. I've got Chisholm for 18, 19 points. 17, excuse me. Houston, high left side up top to Caden Nelson. This is Houston. This is Hepp from the left. Back to Nelson, back to Hepp. High left side, no. Rebound, Houston rips it down, tosses it to Caden, gets it back outside the 3. He'll give it to Hepp at the corner. Sam will come into the lane, float it down low to net. Up top to Houston, swinging around to Nelson. Nelson. Boy, they're moving the ball. Hepp to net. Net. Little finger roll in for 2. And a timeout called. Kyle Nett his first basket of the night. Some nice ball movement by the Silver Eagles. Kyle Nett averaging about 7 a game. That was his first 2 of the night. All right. Interesting comment by McKenna Warren. She'd never been up in the press box here before and was impressed by the view or something. I don't know. She has a better view of the games than I do. Chisholm driving in from the right side. Little spin move. Gets the basket and gets hacked by Bishop, and that'll be Bishop's 4th. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will give the Spartans their first 4-point lead and a chance to add to that. It wasn't Bishop, it was Nett getting called for the foul. Hey, and Bishop drops in or Chisholm drops in a free throw. I've got him for an even 20 points now. Silver Eagles got to get their mojo working. Houston into the lane and draws a foul. 16:03 to play, a 38-35 McFarland lead. Werwinski called for his 2nd foul. Inbound to Nelson in the left corner. He'll dribble up between the circles. This is Hepp. High right, high left Nelson. Cross court Houston up top to Nepp. They're having trouble shooting over this 2-3 zone of McFarland's. There's Houston. Looking inside, tip it out. Hepp for 3, off the rim. And a foul on the floor against Nett. Tenius called for his second foul. So that works in favor of the Silver Eagles. Hep inbounding under his own basket now for MG. Trying to cut into this 3-point lead. Caden Nelson left side. There's Bishop to Nelson up top. Now Bishop up top, swings it in to Hep. Stolen by Tenies. Tenies hurt something on his leg or foot. Boy, somebody yelling here. Tenies walking it off, but he's hurt. He did something to his ankle, or that didn't look good. Jackson Werwinski in now for Tenies. Yeah, Tenies didn't look good at all there. He's putting weight on it, but that twisted funky. Now they'll go into the bleachers and take a look at him. Take him up top with it. This is Carson Werwinski. Tipped by Caden Nelson and out of bounds. They say that the Spartans touched it last. Now Trey Locken will come in for MG. And Kyle Nett will take a seat. So 15-13 to play, a 38-35 McFarland lead. Silver Eagles with the ball. Houston, they're not even getting 3 points off. They're not trying to do anything inside against that big Chisholm feller. They go cross court to Caden Nelson in front of the MG bench, off his foot, but he recovers. Bishop back to Caden, spin move into the lane, and we got a foul called against the Spartans. Luke Witter called for his second foul, third team foul. Miller and who is this? Pavlik. Inside for Hep. Finds his path blocked, out to Houston. Houston dump it over to Caden. Caden will take the three. Off the back of the rim. Rebound Chisholm. No travel called. Werwinski, he'll pull back now and set things up. Cross court. Bryce Johnson, Chisholm, dump it outside. Pavlik. Jackson Werwinski is this? No, that's Carson there, 10. There's Jackson, number 14. They're content to take some time off the clock now, 14 minutes and counting. Pavlik for three, no. Rebound Bishop. MG with the ball. Locken to Hep. Tried to drive before Chisholm got down the floor, but now Caden Nelson will drop back, give it to Houston, right side. Locken for three, no. They kick it out to Caden Nelson. Now Houston from the right corner. Boom, Henry. Houston's third three of the night, ties it up at 38 with 13:42 to play. Long dry spell for the Silver Eagles there. Up top to Jackson Werwinski. Over to Pavlik inside. To Miller, and Miller gets fouled. Bryce Johnson coming in. Who are they calling the foul on here? Intercepted by Bishop. Didn't call a foul there apparently. This is Caden Nelson, right side, up top to Houston. Henry will back up a little bit, give it back to Caden on the right side. High up top is Trey Locken, back to Caden. They drive in, dump it back to Sam Hep. Hep to Caden. Bringing around Henry on the right side. Low baseline is Bishop. Bishop out to Caden Nelson. Free throw line to drive in. Flips one up over the top of his head. No, rebound Chisholm. Chisholm muscling his way against Bishop on that one. Now into the lane. Throws up an off balance right hander. No good, but he draws the foul and will get two shots. Silver Eagles unable to get the ball inside or do anything defensively inside. Third foul on Henry Houston. Send Chisholm to the line where he's 2 out of 3. 12:43 to play, tied at 38. Chisholm can break that tie. Not shooting like that, he won't, though. Chisholm just 2 for 4 from the line tonight. His second attempt coming up. Hey, got lucky on that one. 21 points for Chisholm. Silver Eagles down by 1 now. Locken up top to Caden. Back to Trey. Cross court to Hep. Back to Trey. Houston for 3. That's his spot. In and out, and it hung there for a while before Chisholm snatched it as it was falling outside the rim. Out of bounds. They're going to say MG ball. Chisholm touched it last. Oh, the McFarland coach is a little ticked. Now Nett will come in, and Bishop will take a seat. 39-38, Silver Eagles with the ball and a chance to take the lead. Hip inbounding to Caden Nelson. Silver Eagles having to work here a little harder than the ladies did earlier tonight. They won handily over McFarland. Locken to Houston, high right side. Nett, Hep, Nelson, they swing around back up top to Sam Hep. Caden Nelson. Houston into the lane. Right-hander, good for 2. Henry Houston says, enough of this foolishness. I can handle this. 40-39, the Silver Eagles regain the lead. They've been falling behind for about the last 6 minutes. Bryce Johnson, long court pass to Werwinski. Inside to Chisholm. I don't know how he didn't walk there. Werwinski trying to go baseline. Finds it blocked. Caden comes up with the loose ball. Quickly down the floor. Boy, he's fast. Lays it up and in and draws the foul. Caden Nelson with 13 points now and a chance to add on to that. Pavlik called for a second foul, and it'll send Caden to the line shooting 1. Boy, he was quick. He got out on that fast break and just pulled away from Pavlik. Pavlik had no choice but to follow him, and Nelson made it anyways. Now Pavlik will sit down and Witter will come in. So that basket makes it 42-39. Caden can give us a 4-point lead here. And he does. Caden, a fine free throw shooter. Now a 4-point MG lead as Tenney's will bring it up. Nope, that's Carson Werwinski. That's right, Tenney's got hurt. To Carson to Jackson, back to Carson Werwinski. Back to Carson to Jackson. No, that's Witter, I'm sorry. Oh, there's Tenney's back on the floor. Chisholm trying to back his way in. Doesn't get the basket, but draws the foul. Foul on Kyle Nett, his 3rd foul. Chisholm making the first. Second one coming up. Off the rim, rebound Hep. Trey to Caden into the free throw lane, into the lane. Look at underneath. Off the backboard. They're gonna get Max Hansen for a foul. Yep. And that'll send Kyle Nett to the line. Kyle's shooting 2 here. Missing the first. Got to make your free throws, especially in a tight one like this. 43-40. You could use a free throw right about now. There we go, Kyle. Kyle has 3 points. Antonson will come in and Kyle Nett will sit down. 10:53 to play, a 44-40 MG lead. This is a tight one. Monona Grove comes into the game averaging 68 points a game. Long pass to Derek Shorting, his first time in the game. He's an all-conference quarterback for the Spartans. Chisholm trying to back in underneath. No. Tipped. Hep comes up with the ball. Caden down the floor in a hurry. Can't get it to drop, and Caden is fouled and will get 2 shots. Witter called for his third foul. Caden shooting 2. He's 2 out of 3 so far tonight from the line. There's another one. 16 points for Caden Nelson with that free throw. And a 5-point MG lead. Now, who's this guy? Price Johnson coming in. Sounds like a law firm. Oh, it's from Price Johnson. All right, Caden Nelson shooting his second free throw. Perfect on that one, and it's a 6-point MG lead, 46-40. McFarland, tough team. They're not giving up. Witter bringing it up for the Spartans. Almost threw it onto the bench. Price Johnson saved it. Price Johnson on the left side, back to Max Nelson, or Max Hansen, who missed it. Then we got a foul underneath the basket. It'll be Spartan ball. Fourth on Houston. That isn't good. We need Henry out on the floor. And they bring in Jordan Bishop. Jordan's a good ball player, but he's not the shooter Henry is. Tenney's inbounding out to Price Johnson. Tenney's ankle appears to be fine. He puts up the 3. Nope. Right into Hep's chest. Trey down the floor. Looking inside. I'm not too sure about that pass, but it got tipped by MG and out of bounds for the Spartans. Timeout called with exactly 10 minutes to play. Yeah, we talked about Derek Schwarting on the floor a minute ago. He was their all-conference quarterback and co-back offensive back of the year. He threw 2 touchdown passes in the 2-point conversion. All right, I'm sorry. Yes, threw 2 touchdown passes, 232 yards in that playoff game that they got beat against Pewaukee. Other than that, he had a fine season for the Spartans. Silver Eagles had a couple guys that could play football. You might remember Bishop throwing the ball to Hep a couple times. Sam Gronsky, we haven't seen him on the floor tonight, neither him nor Trent Gothard, but both of them played a little bit of line for MG and were pretty good guys. Exactly 10 minutes to play and a 6-point MG lead. Let's win this one. Come on, we need a sweep tonight. Girls won by a bunch. Let's get the boys going. Boy, it was fun watching McKenna Warnock take over this game. She just kicked it into gear in the second half. She had a good first half. We find the scoring here. But she had 15 in the first half. Unofficially, I think I had her for 19 in the second half. And some of that, when they knew she was going to get the ball, because she wanted those 2,000 points and they wanted to win the game, and she's their best way of doing so. All right, Witter walking it up for the Spartans. Down by 6, MG, under 10 minutes to play. Price Johnson back to Witter. Witter into the middle, off to Tenney's on the left side. Loop it back to Price Johnson, long 3. Nope. Rebound Hansen to Tenney's. Partially blocked. Oh, Price Johnson recovers the rebound. And Chisholm with the layup and the foul. Chisholm will get a free throw here on the 3-point play. Foul on number 3, Jordan Bishop, his 4th. So Bishop and Houston each with 3 fouls. Now, Bishop will come out and Net will come in. So we've got Net, Nelson, Hep, Locken, and who else have we got out there? Stinson's on the floor. Chisholm hits the free throw. Of course, now he starts hitting free throws. He's 5 out of 8, 28 points. Caden Nelson, top of the key. Looking underneath for Trey Locken. Stinson left side to Nelson. Trey, 3-ball, no, long. Chisholm with the rebound, on the run. Head to Max Nelson, or Max Hansen, and Hansen lays it up and in for 2. Blocked Bryce Johnson, no. Tipped by Chisholm. Chisholm is everywhere lately. I think he's the one that blocked it at the other end of the floor. (47-46). The Spartans regain the lead. Hepp to Stinson. Caden Nelson for three off the front of the rim. Rebound Chisholm. Chisholm gets tied up. No, he gets fouled, and they get a 1-and-1. Boy, they just don't have an answer for that Chisholm. He's tall, he's 6'6", but he's also really strong. First foul on Lance Nelson. Now, Nelson and Stinson will come out. Houston and Antonson will come in for MG. Ned is in there, Hepp is in there. Caden Nelson. So Caden's the only one shorter than about 6'3", 6'4". Witter to Bryce Johnson. Looking inside for Hansen. Over to Tenney. Inside to Chisholm, going for the dunk, and he had guys hanging all over him. There was no way he was going to make that one with a couple of the Silver Eagles draped across him. I think that's on Antonson. Net. Third on Antonson. So Antonson's got 3. Net has 3. Houston and Bishop have 4 apiece. Chisholm makes another free throw. He was missing these in the first half. Now he's hit 6 for the game. I've got him for 28 points. Now Bishop getting ready to come in. In and out. Rebound. Caden Nelson. In the corner to Houston. Back out to Caden. Sam Hepp, high left side, up top to Caden. Right side, Houston. Cross court to Hepp. Kick it back for Caden. Oh, should have fired that 3, Caden. They look inside for net. Turnaround jumper, no. Rebound, Pennies. Pennies down the floor. His ankle seems fine now. Bryce Johnson in the left corner. Tries to drive, slapped away, blocked by Net. And Hansen with the putback. 50-46, the Silver Eagles trail. Hepp now. Cross court to Houston. Back to Hepp. Right side. Inside to Antonson. Back up top to Houston. Right side, Caden Nelson trying to drive the baseline and draws a foul. We're in the bonus, so we'll get a 1-and-1. Second foul on Max Hansen. Bishop into the game for Antonson. Caden Nelson shooting 1-and-1. 50-46, the Silver Eagles trail. Here's the free throw by Nelson. Now they trail by only 3, but with 7:07 to play, a lot of game. Nothing to worry about yet. Nelson hits them both. He's 6 out of 7 from the line tonight. 50-48, MG trailing by 2 with 7 minutes and change to play. Lewinsky bringing it up, or excuse me, Witter. Gave it to Lewinsky. Do it again? Yes, he does. Lewinsky put it up. Carson, no. Geez, rebound Witter. The putback by Witter, no good. Rebound Spartans. Chisholm into the lane, and let's see a charge. Yeah. Blocking foul, come on. Oh, I don't get that at all. Kyle Nett had position, and Chisholm just bulldozed him. And that's going to be the 4th foul on Kyle Nett. So Silver Eagles are going to start fouling out soon, and that sends Chisholm to the line again. This is his 12th free throw attempt, I believe. 11th. He's 7 out of 11. Now Ned will come out and Loken will come in. Not much of a rebounding advantage there with Trey, but Trey's a good outside shooter. 5:41 to play, and that one makes it a 4-point McFarland lead. 52-48 with 6:35 to play. Nelson draws a foul. Thanks everybody that withstood that really horrible interview at the start here. Nelson hits that one. Caden's second attempt coming up, hoping to make this a 2-point game. And he does, 52-50. Silver's down by just 2, 6:34 to play. McFarland has the ball. This is Tenney's. Cross court to Orwinski. Inside to Hansen. He walked with it, but no problem. Stolen by Bishop. Quickly ahead to Caden Nelson. Caden lays it up and in. Boy, he's quick. 21 for Caden. Tenney's cross court pass. Bryce Johnson lost the handle, picked it up. Gonna try to put it up. No, he's gonna give it to Chisholm, who jams it home. Chisholm is something inside. The guy's got no jump shot, but he doesn't miss those layups. 54-52, still a 2-point McFarland lead. Down to 5:45 to play. It's Caden Nelson using his speed. Hep thought about the three. And he gets the ball back. Caden back to Sam. Back to Caden. Nobody wants to shoot this. Come on. Put some guts into it. Houston to Hep. Back to Henry Houston. Three ball for Trey. Good time for it, 54-55. Silver Eagles on top now. Bryce Johnson, 5 minutes to play and change. Silver Eagles with a 1-point lead. Tenney's, high right side, trying to look for some help. Gets Bryce Johnson in the right corner. Tenney's, three ball. Bouncing around and falls through. Tenney's has hit 4 threes tonight. Under 5 to play, 4:45, 57-55. Spartans on top. Caden to Hep, back to Caden. To Henry Houston, trying to drive in from the right side. Floats up a 10-footer, no. Chisholm hacked Henry, no foul. Caden for three, nope. Rebound Hansen. Geez, Tenney's will bring it up for him. 4:20 to play. Still a 2-point McFarland lead. Chisholm trying to back in. Blocked by Hep. Chisholm didn't get a good jump, and Hep was all over that business. 4:16 to play, a 57-55 lead for the Spartans. They're inbounding under their own basket. They go up high to Bryce Johnson. He'll take the three. And no. Said it hit the wire above the basket. It's MG ball. Thank you. Well, the McFarland coach is having some disagreement with the officials. He's pleading, he's begging, please, sir, please. To no avail, it's MG ball. Lighten up, Francis. First year coaches, you know how they are. Henry, cross court for Trey, up top to Caden. Free to Henry on the right. Henry tried to drive and gets fouled by Hansen. That'll send him to the line. Both teams in the bonus. Third foul on Hansen. He's the only. No, Hansen and Witter both have three. That'll send Houston to the line. Henry, first trip to the line tonight. Counting for 11 points so far. There's 12. That was a big one. 57-56. He can tie it with this one now. Oh, Houston was getting examined by the trainer earlier. He's got that right ankle taped pretty heavily. Can't get that one though. Rebound Hansen for the Spartans. 1 point McFarland lead. We're under 4 minutes to play. 57-56. Oh, Orwinski got mugged. And he passes to Tenney's, who hits the three. I guess that's better than getting the foul called. Lewinsky's got 5 threes tonight. Now, Silver Eagles deficit is 4. Caden got fouled. Foul on Jackson Werwinski, his second foul. We'll send Caden to the line for 2 as we're now in the double bonus. All right, referee's talking. Trying to determine how many shots he gets here. I thought we got in a double bonus a little quickly. Caden Nelson at the line shooting 2. The Silver Eagles trail at 60-56, 3:28 to play. All right, we're ready to shoot this one. And, oh, he misses the first. That was a big miss. Now Witter will come in. Caden's second one coming up. Let's make this one, boy. Ooh, what do we get, a technical on Bryce Johnson? Wow, that could be big. Because that's going to be free throws for MG and then the possession. Don't see a lot of technicals on players in high school ball. He must have said something to the referee as they walked up to the line. He didn't hesitate. He threw the ball. The ref threw the ball to the side and went to the bench and teed him up. Oh, Chisholm's talking smart to the MG student section. That's pretty bush. Yeah, they're giving you crap, guy. You're killing us. Look at the scoreboard. All right, Caden Nelson to go to the line all by himself this time. This is the other half of the foul. Oh, and he misses that. Now he got the technical coming up. And Henry's going to shoot that. Houston, 1 out of 2 so far. Drops that one in like nobody's business. Another one coming up here. Oh, Houston has ice water in his veins. 60-58, Silver Eagles down by 2 now, but they have the ball. 3:28 after all that foolishness. We get the ball, and 2-point deficit. I will take that. Thank you, Henry, for hitting those free throws. He will inbound to Caden Nelson. Caden walking across the timeline. Caden to Henry on the high right side, or high left. Back to Caden up top between the circles. Over to Trey. Back to Caden, back to Henry. Boy, they got a fast zone. Now they try to get it to Trey, and he lost it out of bounds. The ball goes to McFarland. 3:12 to play, and still 60-58. McFarland with the lead. Witter getting it across. Caden with a reach in. Just the first foul, according to my records, on Caden Nelson. That will send Witter to the line. His first trip to the line. Witter scoreless. Shooting the 1-and-1. Missing it. Rebound, Caden Nelson. Chance to tie or take the lead for MG. This is Houston, high left side. He'll drive the lane and get bumped. We're going to call this on number 4, I reckon, Austin Miller. Yes, it is. So that'll send Houston to the line, shooting the 1-and-1, and put both teams in the double bonus. And shooting 2 for Henry. That makes it a 1-point game with 2:56 to play. Houston's second one, also good, tying it up at 60 apiece. Timeout called by the officials. Whew, this is a good one. 2:56 to play, tied at 60. Winner gets a ride home, loser has to walk. Boy. Chisholm and Tenney's are keeping them in the game. I've got Tenney's for, let's see, 19, 20, 21. Chisholm I've got for 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. That's everything. I mean, they got Chisholm and they got Tenney's, and nobody else is doing squat. Unless my scoring is wrong, I've got Max Hansen as their third leading scorer with 4 points. And the Silver Eagles are spreading it out basically among 3 players. We've got a few more guys hitting the basket here and there. Inbound against light MG pressure. Ritter will bring it up. 2:50 to play. Ritter, Price Johnson inside to Chisholm. Turnaround jumper, gets it to drop. Caden Nelson now trailing by 2. Houston high right side. They dribble out, give it back to Caden up top. Back to Houston, back to Caden. Trey on the left side, up top again. Right side, Houston. Trying to find a chink in the armor of the Spartans. Now Henry will take that long 3. Oh, and he rattles in and drops. 4th 3 of the night for Henry. 63-62, the Silver Eagles regain the lead. 2 minutes to play. Tenney's for 3. He hits it! Man! Tenney's with 6 threes tonight now. Houston to Nelson. It's a 2-point lead for the Spartans. 65-63. Trey Locken, Sam Hepp inside, back to Sam. He goes up hard against Chisholm. Chisholm blocks it and comes away with the ball. He's on the run. They're looking for Chisholm, who lays it up and in. (67-63). Minute 20 to play. Caden Nelson, Trey Locken. Back to Caden up top. Caden into the free throw line. Looking for Bishop. No. Rebound, Johnson Price. A minute to play, a 1 minute and a 4-point timeout called. A 4-point McFarland leads 67-63. Wow. Silver Eagles just raining the threes tonight. I've got 3, 4, 8, 9 of them so far. Tenney's has got 6 by himself. The only 6 for the Spartans. Man, what a game. All right, the Silver Eagles will have the ball here coming out of the timeout. But they're down by 4 with a minute to play. Not time to panic yet, especially with the sharpshooters MG's got. They've really got 4 guys on the floor who can hit the 3. And I think we might see a little more of a substitution pattern that favors the offense. Got Bishop, Hepp, Nelson, Locken, and Houston. All right, exactly 1 minute. And it is McFarland ball, I was mistaken. Inside to Chisholm, he lays it off the backboard for 2 more. Trayvon Chisholm having a great night. Nelson, Locken, Hepp into the lane. Back outside to Houston. They got to shoot soon. We're down to 45 seconds. Caden split the lane, lays it up. Misses the basket, but draws the foul. They're going to get Chisholm for this. Just the first foul on Chisholm. Wow, for a guy that plays such a banger inside. Now Caden Nelson shooting 2, 69-63 with 41 seconds to play. Oh, Caden, bad time to be missing him. All right, Stinson will come in for Bishop. Net will come in for Locken. Caden Nelson lining up his next one. Missing that also. Rebound, Price Johnson. And a foul called. Stinson called for the foul. That's what he's in there to do. Now he'll come out and Trey Locken will come in for him. And they're going to send Price Johnson to the line. Johnson with no points tonight. Unless you count the ones for MG when he got called for the technical, and Houston sank them both. 39 seconds to play. Price Johnson, sure, now he knocks one down. Makes it a 70-63 McFarland lead. Looking bad for the Silver Eagles. Now Nat will come out and Loken will come in. So all 3-point shooters on the floor for MG. Price Johnson hits them both, 71-63, an 8-point game, 35 seconds, and the clock moving way too fast here. Houston inside to Stinson, can't get it to drop. Stinson gets it back, gets tied up, the jump ball goes to MG. I'm afraid that's not going to be enough time. We're just under 30 seconds and down by 8. Okay, MG needs a pass and a shot almost immediately here. There's Houston. Nope, they get it into Caden Nelson. Back to Hepp. Too much time, guys. Got to shoot it. There's Hepp for 3. No. Rebound, Tenney's. Tenney's draws the foul, and he'll go down to the other end and shoot. And that's going to do it, folks. With 18 seconds left, Silver Eagles will not win this one. The women won it, but the men are fighting it. 71-63 with 18 seconds left. I'm afraid this is going to make it all elementary, my dear Watson. Still, a night to celebrate. McKenna Warnock with 2,000 career points, tied the school record with 44 points in the game, and a big win for the MG girls as they go to 11-1. The boys, however, going to drop this one. Let me find their standings record. Dropped to 5-5 on the season? No way. 6-3 on the season. Tennis hits that one. Yeah, MG will go to 3-3 in conference. Locken 3. And we got a timeout called. 10.8 seconds left. 72-66. I suppose in some scenarios this is possible, but I find it really unlikely. And like I mentioned, the MG boys will be back here. Let's see. Back here January 8th against, no, that's McFarland's game. Here we go. Against Fort Atkinson, Thursday, January 3rd. You'll have to come on out and watch that one or watch us on TV. Then they're not back home until Columbus on January 8th. The third game will be on YouTube, of course. You can also catch us on Charter 990, Uverse 99, I believe. Watch us on YouTube. That's the best one. Especially when they clean it up and re-show it like on a couple days afterwards. All right. And McFarland 5 come out on the bench. They'll have the ball underneath the row underneath the MG basket. 10.8 seconds left unless we can intercept this right away. Yeah, we can't. We've got to foul Price Johnson. And he'll go to the line with 9.6 seconds left. 72-66. Silver Eagles a disappointing finish here. They led by as much as 10 points. Hey, Houston's fouled out. That's his 5th foul. Henry's a nice player. He's one of my favorites on the team. I'm fortunate to see him foul out tonight. He had a pretty good game. I've got him for 4 3-pointers. 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points for Henry. He gets better all the time. Johnson Price. That's 3 in a row for the youngster. Another one coming up. 74-66 for the Spartans. Caden Nelson bringing it up for MG. Give it to Stinson, back to Caden. Caden shoots it, no good. Chisholm gets the rebound, but that's it. The Spartans will defeat your Silver Eagles 74-66. So they return the favor after the girls won the first game tonight. McFarland boys successful in the second one. This has been Monona Grove Creative Video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Steve Martinelli, and I do appreciate you tuning into our games, both of you. We'll be back for the third when the boys have a home game here, as mentioned. Thank you and good night.